She has never loved me. Why then did she ever take me?
First tell me how she came to take you, and whether it was you who took her or she who took you.
Heaven only knows if I can tell it all. How did it happen? Well, it did come about in one day.
Would you like me to tell you how it did happen?
Well, that's more than you can do.
Oh, using the information about yourself and your wife, which you have given me, I think I can reconstruct the whole event. Listen now, and you'll hear. The husband had gone abroad to study, and she was alone. At first, her freedom seemed rather pleasant. Then came a sense of vacancy, for I presume she was pretty empty when she had lived by herself for a fortnight. And then he appeared, and by, the vacancy was filled up. By comparison, the absent one seemed to fade out, and for the simple reason that he was at a distance. You know the law of the square of the distance. But when they felt their passions stirring, then came fear. Fear of themselves, fear of their consciences, fear of him. For protection, they played brother and sister. And the more that their feelings smacked of the flesh, the more they tried to make their relationship appear spiritual.
Brother and sister? How could you know that?
I guessed it. Children are in the habit of playing Papa and Mama. But when they grew up, they play brother and sister in order to hide what should be hidden. And then they took the vow of chastity. And then they played brother and sister until they got into a dark corner where they were sure of not being seen by anybody. But they felt there was one whose eye reached them in the darkness, and they grew frightened. And their fright raised the specter of the absent one. His figure began to assume immense proportions. It became metamorphosed, turned into a nightmare that disturbed their amorous slumbers. A creditor who knocked at all doors. And then they saw his black hand between theirs as these sneaked across the table toward each other. And they heard his grating voice through that stillness of the night, which should only have been broken by the beating of their own pulses. He did not prevent them from possessing each other, but he spoiled their happiness. And when they became aware of his invisible interference with their happiness, when they took flight at last, a vain flight from the memories that pursued them, from the liability they left behind, from the public opinion they could not face, and when they found themselves without the strength needed to carry their own guilt, then they had to send out into the fields for a scapegoat to be sacrificed. They were free thinkers, but they did not have the courage to step forward and speak openly to him the words, "We love each other." To sum it up, they were cowards, and so the tyrant had to be slaughtered. Is that not right?